Yo, what's up, dogs? I am back once again, and this time I got a little something different for you. I'm doing the Marvel movie ranking after the Avengers Endgame, so it's from 21 to 25. And the reason why I'm doing this is because on Saturday this week, I was at work, and there was nothing on the ice, so we had a good chunk of time to just sit around and chat and clean and all that jazz, right? We were busy, but it was like we were talking about the Marvel movies and TV shows too, and we're just like going off, being big nerds, you know what I'm saying? And while we were doing that, I thought, hey, you know what? I'm gonna write this down so we have documentation of what what we're talking about here. So after writing it all down, I thought, you know what, I'm going to share this with the internet, and here we are with this Marvel movie ranking after Endgame. And let's begin because I'm starting off from the top first to the worst. I haven't seen these movies since they came out of the theater, and yeah, there was a lot of good debate between me and my student. Um, and I wish I recorded it because it was a good. It would have been a good podcast just to listen to about how we came up with our decisions and stuff like that. And I would also like to note that this will not be a review for each movie, but I'll say a little quip here or two. Okay, so let's start with number one, which is obvious. Deadpool and Wolverine, which came out in 2024. It did a worldwide gross of $1.3 billion. I personally saw this movie three times in the theater. By the third time, I wasn't caring about the movie, I'll be honest with you. The quips were just a little dry and boring. However, I loved seeing Blade every single damn time, and Gambit was great, and I really do enjoy the fight sequences in this movie quite a bit. Watching Wolverine and Deadpool just go toe to toe and not hold back with a good R rating too, man. Oh, it was like that was a delight. That was the show. It's just watching them beat the crap out of each other for a good 2 hours. Loved it. On to the next one. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which came out in 2023, and it did a gross of $845 million. Dollars. It did not get to the billion-dollar mark. And I do remember enjoying this movie. I only saw it once in the theater. I really liked Rocket and his storyline with, I think it was the High Century. I can't remember who the villain was, but that villain was pretty cool. I can't remember his name, but I see him visually, and I liked when Rocket scratched him, and he had the special effects on his is cool where he had the skin grafted over him and stuff. I thought that was cool. The story was good. Being with those characters is always fun. There was good clips in the movie. I only saw this once in the theater, but yeah, I was glad how the story ended. And it's I look forward to someday seeing another Guardians of the Galaxy movie if that ever happens. I'll go and see it probably. On to the next one. Spider-Man No Way Home, which came out in 2021 and almost did 2 billion, which is crazy, right? It did 1.9 billion dollars. And I saw this movie like once or twice in the theater, and I think both times I remember I did not like the third act, but I do like Spider-Man, and I liked the nostalgia of seeing the three Spider-Man or the two other Spider-Mans, Toby and Andrew, and that was nice. And that's all I really remember. And oh yeah, like Doc Ock returning and like seeing all the other villains and stuff. I really enjoyed that as well. But I still did not like that third act fight sequence. It was not good. Also, I'm a big fan of Sandman from Spidey 2. I just like that character a lot. Anyways, on to the fourth. And this one was like, we were both surprised when we said this one. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which only did 400, well, it came out in 2021, and it did a worldwide gross of only $430 million. dollars. Um, I remember specifically enjoying the fight sequences in this movie. I enjoyed Shang-Chi and the story between him and his father. The ending is a little crazy with the dragon and all that jazz, and yeah, the third act fight was just like what? But I actually really liked the fight sequence between him and his dad at the end with the rings and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. I also like the ability of the rings, and I'm actually kind of surprised that it's 2025 and we haven't really hung out with Shang in 4 years now, and it's just dead. Anyways, on to the next number five. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which came out in 2022 and only almost did a billion with $950 million and almost got there. Now, this one was a little debatable because we were kind of going back and forth between what was bad and what was good. And the things that were bad are obviously what they did to the Illuminati, and I also didn't think they really hung out a lot into the multiverse areas. And I honestly also misremember some of this movie. And it was coming off of the hype of WandaVision, and we didn't even get a vision in this. Like it didn't really build off of WandaVision. And that was a detriment to this movie, I think. However, there is the one sequence in this movie that I know a lot of people did not appreciate, but I really liked the Doctor Strange like music music what was that? It's not a musical, but it's like just the music where they're fighting with music because that really reminded me of like old school Disney, and I like Demon Strange and all that jazz too. There was some good stuff in this movie, but yeah, I think it still could have went to four. This one it could have gone either way. This one is either way, but again, I haven't seen the movie since it came out, so I kind of misremember some of the things. But Wanda was a kind of a badass, even though she just dominates the Illuminati. Like there was some silliness in that. Number six is, and I'm surprised by this, the Eternals. And yeah, like, I'm surprised it's this high because I fell asleep watching this movie, and this one was the student. He was really pushing for the Eternals. He was like, it wasn't as bad as you remember. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched it since it came out, and this movie only did a gross of $400 million. And I remember this movie just being bland and boring the entire time. I don't remember anything from this movie, but my student was adamant that it was better than what's to come. And you know what? After thinking about it, he might be right. So, on to the next one. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, Quantumanium 2023, it grossed just over $450 million. And I know I liked most of this movie. I remember I saw it. I know I reviewed it. I know I liked it. There were some good family elements in this movie. But there is a lot of stupidness in this movie as well. But we also got the introduction of Kang, and I thought Kang was cool. Well, not the introduction of Kang, because we already had him in Loki. But seeing him in the big screen, I liked him. Um, but yeah, this is a movie I kind of misremember some of it too because I know there was some really cheesy adventure stuff in this movie where the family gets split apart. But I still think Ant Man has to be better than the Eternals. But the student convinced me that the Eternals was better than Ant Man, and I'm kind of just like, I don't think that's true. I think I might have to put Ant Man higher, but I might have to also rewatch these and reevaluate my movie ranking. Anyways, on to the next one. Black Panther Wakanda Forever 2022. It came out and it made $853 million worldwide gross. And I actually don't remember much about this movie. I just remember Namor being like just corny. I don't remember much about it. I don't even remember. Yeah, there's a lot about this. I know Black Panther's not in it, and Shuri, I don't remember if she takes up the suit of the Black Panther. I can't remember a lot of this movie, but I know it was a fight between them and the Atlanteans, which was against Namor and stuff. And yeah, I totally forget this movie, so that's why Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is at eight because I don't really remember it. And then we have number nine, Thor: Love and Thunder, 2022, which came in and made $760 million. And that's right. I know that I did not like this movie, and that's why Black Panther is actually a little bit higher than Thor: Love and Thunder because I was like, I don't think I hated Black Panther because I liked Namor. I think I liked Namor, but there's corniness in it. But Thor: Love and Thunder, I actually thought I was going to put this at the absolute bottom because I did not like anything in this movie at all. Nothing. The whole thing was garbage, and I don't think I ever want to watch it again because we were debating about was Gore the God Killer or whatever was any good, and I remember there was some really bad scenes with him. And then I remember the kids getting kidnapped, and I was like, that whole thing was so bad. And then, oh yeah, there was a lot of bad in this movie, so that's why it's at number nine for us and myself. Number 10 is Captain America: Brave New World, and it's only currently I put a star, an asterisk beside it because it's only made so far $370 million worldwide. That number might increase a little bit for its theatrical run because it's still in the theaters. But you know what? It might break 400 million. That's about it. I don't think it will, but that's probably it for it. It's I I think this movie, yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. The thing is with Captain America or Falcon fighting the Incredible Hulk, or sorry, I mean Red Hulk, and him surviving it just takes me out. He has no serum, and I don't care. It's not good. It's not a good movie. The only thing it does is introduce adamantium and the Red Hulk, and I don't care. This movie is not good. You could debate me, but it's not a good film. On to the next, yeah, number 11, The Marvels came out in 2023, and it only did $199 million. And I had to double check that because I did not believe that it didn't do better. I'm actually quite surprised that it made under $200 million at the box office. That kind of blew me away when I saw that number. I remember not liking this movie at all. The swap mechanic in it was busted, and the story was weak, and the villain was weak, and it was just garbage. I feel bad for this movie, but it was garbage. Could it have been better? Maybe, but it's garbage. On to the last one of the list, I believe. Yeah, Black Widow, 2021. Another. I'm actually surprised it made $379 million because this movie was also absolutely garbage. Now, was it? Is it? I don't remember everything about Willow, to be perfectly honest with you. I haven't watched it since it came out, and I remember watching it like I streamed it. I don't really think I paid money to see that one. I think I waited for it to come out on streaming. So, yeah, I totally don't remember anything about this movie other than that really bad CGI explosion with Yelena, and that is like burned in my mind forever. And then also Black Widow breaking her nose so she couldn't smell the pheromones of the creepy like Weinstein fella, which I don't even remember his name. I don't even remember what else was in this movie. I can't even remember if there was like Red Room stuff and anything cool. I don't remember anything cool in the movie. So that's why it's at the end. And with that, that is my top movie rankings, the top 12. That's how I'm ranking them right now. And I haven't rewatched any of these movies since they've come out. The most recent one is obviously Captain America: Brave New World, but I haven't rewatched any of these, and maybe I should, and maybe I'll do an updated version of this. But what I wanted to add is to predictions of the next two movies that are coming out, which is Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four. So, and this is where my prediction is where these will move be on my movie ranking list. So the next one is I got Thunderbolts at the eighth spot because right between Ant Man and right between Black Panther, that's where I think it could be. But hopefully, when I see it, it's better than that. Maybe it'll go all the way up to five. I don't know. But as of right now, from the trailers, it doesn't look like amazing or anything like that. Except for that one A24 trailer that came out. I'm going to probably talk about that later. Anyways, so that's where I think this is going to be. And then we have Fantastic Four, and I really want Fantastic Four to do well. Like I'm a big fan of Fantastic Four, and I'm hoping for nothing but the best for Fantastic Four. But I don't think it's going to be better than the fourth place spot. I don't think we're going to get up to Deadpool Wolverine levels of hype. And yeah, so I'm putting it in at the fourth spot. I don't think it's going to get there, but I want it to. From the trailer right now, I'm kind of just, optimistic. But it could become number one. It could become number two. If it's better story wise than Guardians of the Galaxy, and I have a good time with it, then that's a win. You know what I'm saying? And if it does better than, I don't know if it's going to be Deadpool though. That's a tough one because those combat sequences. But maybe we'll take that out of this and just go by the story itself. It could beat it. It could. It has potential, but right now I'm like, let me put you at four as a safe bet. You got to be better than Shang Chi. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I'm looking at it. So, anyways, I believe that is the end of my movie ranking for the Marvel series after Endgame, obviously. And with that, I would really love to hear your opinion. Do you think I'm wrong in this ranking? Do you think something should be somewhere else? And honestly, just tell me. Leave it in the comments below. I would like to hear your opinions about my Marvel movie ranking after Endgame. And also, just please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell because I'm always doing random things like this, plus movie reviews and trailer reviews. And on that note, my friends, it is officially Monday. We've moved the hour forward. I gotta go work. I'm doing an overtime shift tonight, so I'm doing an evening shift. I'm not gonna work too hard. And I know you guys aren't gonna work too hard either, because it's the start of the week. We don't do that. So anyways, I'm out of here, guys. Peace out. Don't work too hard. Bye.